topic, athletes and women.
Yeah, so we're gonna hop to this video. We're gonna listen to this young lady, and then we come back and talk our shit. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's get it.
Whether or not Shannon Sharpe is found guilty in the court of law, he's a weirdo. Like, this could all be a cash shakedown, whatever. I don't care. That man is in his 50s messing with a 19-year-old. Shannon Sharpe has daughters that are in their 30s. I know everyone wants to
Pause.
What the fuck that mean?
Nah.
I mean, we had our kids at the same age. Your kid look better than mine.
Yeah, but look. So she said Shannon Sharpe is a weirdo, this is that and third. So I'm just saying, I be wanting people to keep the same energy for when men do shit. Keep that same energy for when women do the same thing. I don't want to hear that sugar coating it or powder puffing it up or whatever like that to try to make it seem like it's not nothing. So if Shannon Sharpe is a weirdo or whatever you want to call him, that means some of the other women that date younger men are weirdos then, right?
It would have to be if you're dating somebody that's the same age as your child. But in Shannon Sharpe defense, he's well groomed and maintained. Now that'd be different if it was a Bill Belichick. Ugh.
So what?
I mean, but appearance wise, you could see why. Like, oh, okay,
I can understand why she's dating him.
Yeah, because he's attractive. He's young body, might be old age, but
that's cool. But you even body wise or not, you understand why she's dating him.
Yeah.
And what's the other reason?
He looked good. He got money.
No.
He got money.
Okay, but he might not, like you said, which is you going stepping far. But anyway,
I didn't really.
But anyway, Bill Belichick, that woman that's dating him, know why she's dating him.
Yeah.
Just like he knows why he's dating her.
I brought him up because our previous conversations that we had about him in this situation about the age difference between Bill Belichick and his whatever. Was that on the recording when we were talking about the age difference when I shaded the woman?
Yeah, it was.
Was that on the mute one or okay?
And I'm mad that ain't on there.
Yeah, so we talked about it. It's more.
But let's finish this and we can finish what you were saying.
To be taken out of the group chat when it comes to this conversation, but as somebody who has grown up around professional athletes and sports and has worked in sports for years and loves sports, this brings about a bigger conversation. Oh God, I feel like I'm gonna make some people mad. Athletes need to stop being treated like their performance outweighs their character. I'm quite sick of these stories coming out where it's obvious that athletes have been getting away with treating women like objects to conquer and not people for years and years. And this comes from the fact that we treat athletes like God himself if they can catch a ball or throw a ball or score a touchdown or score a ball in a basket. I'm not saying all athletes, that's a generalization, because you have to actively teach yourself as an athlete to be a good human being, because the way that they are entitled and coddled, they are having their hands held through school, they are having their hands held through relationships, they feel like they can get any woman they want because they have all this money and everybody is chasing after them, and then they get addicted to this life and aren't able to settle down, and then they're 56 years old messing with 19-year-olds. Doing race play and all this weird shit. If you went to a sports school in college, you saw the way the athletes are treated, and you probably know a woman who was assault shakered by an athlete, and that athlete got off scot-free. Don't be so committed to misunderstanding me that you miss the entire point of what I'm saying, okay? Because the majority of these athletes are black men, and I want to see black men do well. So I want to raise my children with better standards than this, okay? I'm noticing a pattern. You've got Anthony Edwards getting a woman pregnant every 3 to 5 business months and then forcibly trying to pay them to have abortions to get rid of his children like they're problems. Deshaun Watson was accused of rape by over 24 massage therapists. He was able to pay away his problems and then became the highest paid quarterback in NFL history. I watched Jackson Hayes drag his girlfriend through their house on Ring camera footage. And that man is playing in playoff games for the Lakers next to LeBron and Luka. And I'm supposed to act like I didn't see that shit? Karl Malone impregnated a 13-year-old girl and is still being not only acknowledged, but celebrated by the NBA. It's unfortunate that a lot of the people on television who cover sports continue to perpetuate this narrative that these athletes are just normal athletes and we should put their game aside and separate that from who they are on the court. I'm not doing that shit. I don't work for a network. I work for me, so I'm going to say what I want. I am never going to get off these men's necks. I am never not going to feel weird when I see them making millions of dollars to play a fucking sport while their victims are still somewhere out there. And one thing I want to make sure I make clear, okay, is this isn't the only lawsuit of this subject out against Shannon Sharpe, okay? And I didn't know that until this situation, until I looked into it. And number two things can be true at once. They could have been in a consensual, freaked out relationship, and he also could have taken things too far and gotten aggressive with her and done things when she didn't want things to be done. That seemed to be the nature of their relationship, that he enjoyed this almost violent, brooding, almost King Kong kind of fantasy-esque situation.
I don't agree with that part. It's a lot of things I agree with and I don't agree with on here, but I'm going to let it play.
And he's built this whole weirdly, overly sexual, I'm so masculine representation of himself. I mean, after he got made fun of for getting out of the car like an auntie at Total Wine and people have been calling him gay for years, he conveniently accidentally goes live on Instagram having intercourse and then goes to make merch to profit off of that shit and didn't get fired or slapped on the wrist or punished by ESPN at all whatsoever.
I don't think you should have on that one.
I thought it was weird when Shannon Sharpe was talking about stretching out Megan Thee Stallion, who is considerably younger than him. Like that.
Megan Thee Stallion is a hoe now, so that's not make it seem like she don't flaunt her ass and titties around like that's not what she want. And on top of that, the from what you hear around that she get around. She put it in her music.
That's normal.
She's okay with being outside. Let's not get it twisted now.
And like, she's not a public figure that won't see that shit. He obviously apologized to her for that, to her face, but it seems to be a theme with Shannon Sharpe and the way that he talks about women, the way he interacts with them. That tweet where he told a black woman, oh, don't you have a horse to go steal its hair from? Like,
that's funny now. Like, bitch, you got some horse hair in your head right now. Come on, let's not play now. You know what I'm saying? Now that's your real shit, but most girls wear weave. Let's stop playing, man.
Sure.
Come on. Last thing I'm going to say on the subject is the average person has no idea how much money and time and effort goes into keeping an athlete's image squeaky clean. And so when you do see something like this, definitely bat an eye, because there's probably, I'm not going to assume, but likely, allegedly, a lot more where that came from.
All right, go ahead, B.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like she was just saying stuff like, I don't understand the method to the madness. Our original conversation, we were talking about younger women dating older men. I mean, it's about the looks, and of course they got money, so that makes it a plus. I don't know. I was kind of in and out with her. I was understanding, but this is all speculation of stuff that he had done in the past that was fucked up about all the other basketball players. But I mean, people fuck up sometimes. I can't judge you that I done fucked up in the past. And then if it was like, it's hard to say if you do stuff with your partner that's this, but now all of a sudden you want to do it. How am I supposed to know if this is like you really saying no, or you just in the moment playing like we have done before? So how can you tell?
Man, if you got like,
unless it's so obvious.
Well, I'm saying like if you got like code words, or you know how motherfuckers say pineapple, like this is too far type shit or whatever case. But
I don't know.
I'm just saying, man, some of that shit, you know what I mean? I have seen videos.
It was a lot to take in.
I have seen videos of, certain, like, I think she was talking about one of the Lakers players, him and his
dragging his girl.
Yeah.
That was a true thing.
Yeah. It's some shit you actually do see, like on Ring cameras and shit like that, where they have videos, and some of that shit do get swept under the rug. I'm not saying that shit don't. And, but when women be in, not women, but when dudes put themselves, women like men with money. Men like younger women. And I just want that whole standards on both ends. That's all I be wanting. I know what I'm saying. So, for as like if not all that abuse shit, that's something totally different. You know what I'm saying. And then on top of that, we really don't be knowing what's what. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
'Cause
it's not our lives.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we only can assume and go off with some of what we see and what we hear for the most part. But it's been some shit where I seen a girl go out with a dude. He not even an athlete, but the dude got bread or whatever. She go out with him, and the next minute I know, the video shows her tripping out and call the police on him. So she called the police on him, and then she tells the police that he's trying to traffic her or take her home
Oh.
so he can so she can suck his dick or whatever.
Mm.
But she's lying the whole time. So my man's recording
Her lying.
her line. Like,
I think I feel like I seen this. Was it a white girl and she was on the
Nah.
phone frantic?
nope,
Oh,
it was a black girl. And yeah,
maybe it's another video.
yeah, and you know, he recorded the whole thing, but she was pretty much trying to get this dude arrested. And the police did show up and everything. But, you know, she was over there talking to the police and everything like that. But all in all, what I'm saying is, man, motherfuckers be lying.
Yeah.
And then you don't know who's telling the truth and who's lying.
Mm-mm.
Because it's always going to be where the woman says this, which is people say her truth. And then you're going to have when the man say what he say is his truth. But we don't know who the fuck lying.
Nope.
Because no one's really telling the motherfucking truth. You know what I'm saying? So no one knows the truth besides them two, but they're going to both try to make her look bad and she's going to try to make him look bad.
Yep.
And all you doing at this point is assuming, trying to figure out
Yep.
whose story kind of makes sense.
Guilty until proven innocent.
Know what I'm
That's
saying?
what it
So-
is.
But I do agree with her with some of these athletes do be getting away with some bullshit.
And with the Anthony Edwards, that's not my fault. Y'all
Yeah.
bitches know that I didn't want to have no kids. Like,
Yeah.
ask the last hoe or the hoe before that. So why put yourself in that situation to possibly have a baby by me that you know I don't want?
Yeah. And it sounded like he told the bitch too, like, you know,
The text message said he told you in the beginning. Not
Yeah.
just because you got wrapped up in these strokes, you forgot all that part.
mm-hmm. And she got 2 babies now by him and a rapper. I don't know the rapper.
The
name.
one that he paid the child support for a year for the 18 years?
Yeah, so the girl got a baby by the basketball player, Anthony Edwards, and then she got a baby, I think, by the baby or something like that, right? Or one of them baby people.
I don't know.
She got 2 babies, one by a rapper, one by a NBA player.
So she just like raw dog style.
Yeah, but you know, that situation though.
I can't fault you for that one. Now,
Yeah.
other people, the Ring camera and all the other stuff, if that's what happened, yeah, that's fucked up. But the Anthony Edwards, I don't know. No.
And then just on the other point of women, or I guess Shannon Sharp dating a 19-year-old or whatever they had going on. That's what they had going on. Like, she agreed to whatever that shit was.
Yeah.
He agreed to whatever that shit was, and whatever weird, kinky, sexy, sexual things they was doing, that's what they agreed upon. And should they have had maybe a safe word or something like that? If they had one, who the fuck knows?
Who knows?
And we don't know if she's lying about this. What she said, I think she said she was getting abused or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying?
I
Or
think so, something like that. Yeah.
or like I guess she was saying like she wanted him to stop, but he didn't stop. In the midst of what they got going on with this weird, kinky, freaky sex they got going on, we don't know if this bitch lying or not. She could just be saying that shit and be lying like a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
And we just gotta automatically believe what she said. But at the same time, he's saying something, saying like, yo, this was consensual. This is what we both agreed upon.
Listen,
He not even saying like, yo, that's wrong what she's saying. What he's saying is wrong, but what he's saying is like, yo, this is what we both agreed upon. We both agreed upon this kinky, freaky sex shit that we do. And she's
Yeah.
okay with it.
yeah.
Like, we read the crazy texts that she.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope she lying, and I hope he didn't. But yeah, he kind of fucked up when he said, "I'm choke the shit out of you." But you know,
Yeah, that shit was
he'll have his day in court, and then it looks bad that you keep trying to pay the bitch off. Like, stand on business. If you did nothing wrong, I'm not trying to settle shit. You're not about to get no money out of me
And y'all been doing this shit for 2 years.
since 2023. Okay.
And then at the same time, you sending him text message in 2025 talking about you want this big black baby in you.
Yeah,
and shit.
put this big black baby in me.
Like,
okay.
you can't be saying that like months ago, but now all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Now all
Not
of a
months ago, the beginning of this month.
Yeah, was it this month?
I think it was April. Yeah.
You sure?
No.
It probably, I don't know, but the text said it was definitely this year where she texted him talking about she wanted that big black baby in her and all this other crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
they say when it was this month.
Hold on, I got two of them to read. No, it was in August of 2024.
It was another one 2025, wasn't it? You sure?
I see 2023, and the last thing that they had was August 2024. She texts August 6, 2024. You better crave it because you're going to be stuck with me for life. You put a big black baby in me.
That shit sounds so crazy.
So, hello.
So she wanted that shit.
She wanted it.
Yeah. So that's not making it seem like she didn't want it. You know what I'm saying? From what it sounded like from her text message, she wanted a baby. And she wanted this shit for life.
And how you get a baby in you? Taking this big black cock.
And choking the shit out you. Yo, let me stop, motherfucker. Like, yo, something wrong with him, man. You got a problem. Hey, man, that's just what they...
So what we're saying is it looks consensual. We'll keep updating y'all as we stay updated about this situation and hope it's a positive outcome.
Yeah, but shout out to Shorty, though. I don't know her name, but I be seeing her on here every now and then. And, you know, she be on some shit sometimes where she be cool, and sometimes I just don't agree. You know what I'm saying? But you can always agree or disagree on certain shit.
Absolutely.
So, you know, ain't no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thug dizzle. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it is what it is, man. Just keep it at 100.